Okay, so picked up a charge at the winery over here, heading out now to pick up the kids and get to gymnastics. Wanted to talk a little bit about the strange experience I had today. This morning I had some meetings to do down at the other side of town in Park Street, our main downtown strip here in Alameda. Headed over there just before 9 o'clock, got to the Civic Centre parking garage where there's a charger. There's normally two charge point chargers there, two units with a level 2 and a level 1 capability each. But one of them has been out of action for several months now. Last time I reached out to the city, they told me that they were planning to repair it, actually replace both of them. So far that hasn't happened. Got there, charger was available, backed into the space, plugged in the car, checked that we were charging. Was a good idea. Had more than one occasion early on where I plugged it in and it seemed, and came back to find it wasn't. So lesson learned, always check. Car was charging. Left the parking lot, went over to one of the cafes over there on Park Street, sat down, got my stuff set up, did my first meetings, checked around about 10:30 and I noticed that the car wasn't charging anymore, which is a little strange, wasn't anywhere near full. Had to do another meeting, couldn't leave, so about 11:30 walked back over there with the guy I had the last meeting with. He was going in the same direction. We wandered over that way. When I get there, I find that there's a car parked in the space next to mine, the other one of the two that's reserved for charging, off of that charging post. And he had just unplugged mine and plugged his in. So he basically, not using the level 1 that was still available, he just decided to take the level 2 cable out of my car, plug it into his. So, the first, I've never had that happen before. I've charged at a bunch of public locations, and I've actually charged in there several times, and I have never had anybody do that before. So maybe it's time for the charging companies, this particular one's a charge point unit, maybe it's time for them to invest in some kind of locking connector for things so that the clip locks when the charger is activated. They do lock the panel for the level 1, so if you plug into the level 1, you plug in your own little charger, then nobody can take that out because it's locked in while it's charging. They can unplug the car obviously, but they can't run away with the charging cable. It would be nice maybe for the level 2 chargers to lock onto the cars, given that apparently some people think that it's okay to just unplug a car that's charging and plug it into theirs. What made it even more annoying is that the particular car that plugged in was a Chevy Volt, which is a plug-in hybrid and shouldn't really have even needed a charge, and this gas tank was completely dry. That was my morning, so I went over to the winery here in Alameda, which is a good location to get a charge as well. Very few people charge there, although actually, as I left, the other 2 slots were taken up. But it's a good location. Normally at lunchtime I can go over there, guarantee a charge. I can also pick up some lunch at the restaurant there. So have some lunch. They've got decent Wi-Fi as well, so it's an all-round win. I get Wi-Fi, I get lunch, and I get a charge on the car. So that was that, and now I am driving not very far, just around the corner, pick up the first kid, then across the second one, and then over to Emeryville, just behind the Pixar headquarters, for gymnastics. Probably won't use the camera for that trip, although we might.